Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. As usual, we'll tell you about my entry points, where I was this week and where I will be looking for the next week. Okay, so we're starting with euro dollar as usual. This is a 1 hour chart, and that's what we had. It was the previous week, and this week, so you can see the market did not continue its way to the quite important level, which was waiting for its way to come around that level, so it didn't reach. And on Monday straight away it broke that little level which I had, and moved a bit down. Then it's had its return back, so you see I continue that level, and it did return, and now it sits around this area. So I've had a very small trade which I didn't pick up on Monday. I was waiting for it when it's broke on Monday, so I went in a trade on Tuesday, and I had very little trade, so just a few pips I made. And as you know, usually with trailing stops, it was very small one, so when it's returned I come out with not much. And before the news event, remember I was telling about you that I would be more concentrating on the coming news event, which was on Friday for American dollar. And I didn't like very much how the market returned to the same area it was here. So I didn't like, because it was too close to the important level here, and you see that little channel, which is, it would be more visible. Just as I'm saying, I'm usually placing the trades on the 15-minute chart, so this is what it looked like. So it was very pretty channel, but unfortunately not in a nice area. That's what I'm saying, why you can ignore it one point, but at the same time why it's very important to have those important levels. So it was a little bit higher than that level, so it would be very nice if all that movement would be right around it. And because the market was already here before from the previous days, like here, that's why it was visible that there is something important around here. And I placed my orders. I did have orders, but I didn't use the channel itself. You see, at the beginning it was very nice, but then it started to become wider and a little bit more messier. So I had my orders from the bottom of that level. So when it actually moves here, it didn't get me into the order. It didn't get me into the trade. So my order wasn't triggered. And I had a sell order, and also I had a pending order when I picked a little bit higher than that. Again, I looked at the previous, you see that those stops, that's why I didn't really like it that much. So I had actually my orders a little bit higher, so I had it a little bit around this area, so I thought it could jump and touch, and then it could turn around or something else, because lately the pairs are not really treating important, like was non-farm, like not treating well those news. That's why I placed a little bit higher. So, and it was next level there, so I was watching it and thinking if something happens I would still might have a reaction. But anyway, okay, so the orders were not triggered, so I didn't get into the trade. You see how bad the movement was. It was like nothing really, just absolutely nothing. But just telling you a little bit more about it, just to see how I protected. For example, if I would place my orders right using just these two channels, I probably these two levels, right at the tops and the bottoms of that channel, I could have been picked up. Well, probably maybe not, because it wasn't too much, but it would have been dependent on all the spread. So probably wouldn't get in it, but who knows, could have get into the one trade and could have get into the other trade, which would have been probably, if I would watch it, it would be in like break even, for example. Yes, maybe that would have been a losing trade, but at the same time that one a little bit would have been break even, so I would have probably come out from it because of very small movement. So that's what was this week for euro dollars. I'm saying just a very small little trade sell I had on this little movement. And right now is it back into this area again? So what I will be looking for is opening the the market, if it's not going to jump in any directions, if it will give me an opportunity to go for trades, I'll be looking for consolidation, right? So again, for consolidation, I didn't go like here, for example, on Monday, had a bit of, but I didn't really like as much. I do really like more straight channels, is what I was saying all the time, a bit more less movements. Like here again, it's a bit wavy, a little bit messy here, so I do really like it more like that, like this. You see very nice, quite straight, nice straight candles in it, not waving. So I will be looking something for that, and I will be placing the orders again, buy and sell, because again it can move any directions. We still have space to get to the top level, and possibly if it will move down, so that could be stopped by the next level. So if, for example, it will not create any channels for me here, will not consolidate, I would be waiting for the market to either go again to that level, for example during the week, if it will create something around this level, maybe a little bit above, and I will be waiting if it will go down, looking for creation, consolidating around this area, around that level. So, and then I would be again placing the orders both directions. So also you can see I'm not going to draw it because I have that level here, but you can see again we have that little bottom here, we have a little bit of these candles, for example, just a little bit lower, so it's all crossing with that level of the channel. So you can see this is a little bit like that, for example. It could be now a level, right, a little bit down, a little bit. So I will be looking around this area, as I'm saying, if it's not going to be nice around this area. So if you go on a 1 hour chart, a 4 hour chart, so you can see where this level came from. It's the we had a channel. So yes, it looked like an uptrend channel, and it's kind of, you see, this is a very strong level. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if will it break it or not, will have enough strength, because it's a summer now, a bit of holiday trading. I'm not even sure if I will be trading this coming week. I'm kind of going to be a little bit busy, but if I will be going for trades, this is what I would have been looking for. Also, like a little bit, another point we have, if you would look, this a bit higher top, and this is a little bit lower. So again, it kind of gives a little bit more pointing to that more towards the going down. So right, so but as I'm saying, at this moment it's anything could be. So that's why yes, it kind of a little bit again would be really good if it will go down, but it could at this moment could move any directions. I'm saying doesn't matter which directions, as long as it goes, it would be nice if it would have a good move. So this is with euro dollar. Going to pound dollar now. Pound dollar, this is that week, right? This was the previous week. Again, pound dollar was expected, possibly, right, as I was saying, going to continue its way, reach the top level of the channel. If we go on a daily one, so you can see, right, it's a little bit of uptrend channel. So it was expected, well, possibly go there, waiting for any consolidation here, but it didn't do that. So with what happened on Monday, it dropped right straight away. So it started to move down without creating anything good around here. But I had a little trade again. I had a sell for pound dollar because I'm still trying to sell the spare, just hoping, still thinking that it might make a good move down, and I don't want to miss any good opportunity. So possibility still for pound to go down a bit more. I'm kind of still more as a bear, let's say, for that pair, so it didn't create anything except, as you can see on 1 hour chart, it does look like a double topped. So that what I paid attention on. So when it's created a double top again, I didn't go for trade on Monday. I waited for Tuesday. Also I looked at the top previous, like top here. So I looked around here, and I had a little sell again around just that level, around that area, because I felt it could have been stopped because of this. So I got into the trade, and I had very little, again, very little, few pips. I was hoping that it might break that level, but it didn't. So yes, I sold a little bit late. Should have done it a bit earlier, but it wasn't as much confirmations for me when it's created double top, and that would have been, let's say, the area would have to go better, would have been go for sell, but because it was Monday, I didn't want to, and also looked at that bottom, and so I got into the trade around this area. So when it's just started to move a little bit, I come out just a few pips. I got out from the trade, decided I don't want to continue. Why I did it? Because of this level. See, that's how I walk around the level. So I just don't want to take more risks. That I had that level, so that's why I thought it's not breaking. It didn't break it straight away. It had slowed down around here, see, and so I could come out. I had enough time to get out with just small, very little profit around here. So on Friday I didn't trade. I didn't go for trades. Again, it was a bit too close to that level. It was very nice. Look at this beautiful channel, but I just decided not to go for it. You can see I missed very nice trade. That's the channel. That's beautiful channels which I do look for always, but I don't know. I just didn't want to, because I had that that trade around this area. I thought maybe it will not have enough strength again to break it this time. But you see, this time it did actually break it. So the first idea that it will break it was correct, but I didn't want to go for it. Was, you see, like 40-50, yeah. So it was about missed about 90 pips of probably could have get about 50 pips out of this movement, but very nice channel. But I was looking at some other pairs also. I was trading gold, and that's why it took my attention away from pound as much. So I missed this this good trade, but that would have been a very nice one. So this I would go for. So okay, so what's for this week coming? Again, what I will be looking for, look, it did break into this channel, so of course the first thing would be for it started to consolidate again. It's possible it will continue all the way down again to the important level, or maybe a little bit lower to this little channel level, or possibly, of course, it can turn around and still continue its way and reach the top level. So I will be waiting again, because you can see obviously right here it's about in the middle roughly. So I would look for any consolidation again. If it will give me opportunities, I'm saying give me opportunity that it would not move straight on Monday or with opening the market. So if it will not jump up or will not jump down sharply, like for example like I did it on Monday, right, this week. So I will be looking for consolidation, and I will be placing orders both directions. So, and again, if it will have the jumps, I will see where it will go. For example, it will go up, possibly again it might be stopped by this top. So I would be looking if it will go, for example, and will be slowed down around here, and then I would look again for consolidation or creation any patterns like the double top, right? The same I would look here if it will have that sharp way down. So I will be looking if it will reach that level and create any consolidation or any patterns around this area. So that's it. That's how I'm going to look, and I will be placing both directions orders, because at this moment, even though I'm more bearish for pound, I would be still looking for both directions, because obviously it didn't reach that area. So I still think it could have a strength to get there. At the same time, of course, as it's summer, and they stop a little bit higher than that one, so that's what still gives me idea that it still might continue its way down. And as I'm saying, I'm trying. I don't want to miss a good move. It will make a good move down. I don't want to miss it. But with summertime, I don't know if it will make such good moves in 1 week or something. So it could be quite slow. It's getting really hot and summer. It's July. Okay, July, August, the most holidays. So as I'm saying, I might not be even able to trade this week. Okay, so that's what I will be doing with pound dollar. So looking for a good channel, just like it had before. Just perfect. I can't believe I missed that trade. It's just unbelievable, missing that good trade. So Australian dollar, again, also stopped around here. Yep, didn't go to that level or to that level. I was saying to you again, it was in the middle between two levels. I was waiting for a bit better consolidation. No, it moved down straight away on Monday. I didn't go and didn't do anything. I was just waiting what it's going to do. Also it went up. It had a good move down. I didn't touch it because there is nothing was there for me. Yes, there are some moves like this, but it's better to have no trade than to have a bad trade. So I didn't go for any trades in here. And when it get down around this area, again, I was I placed the orders and I was waiting for any movements, but all week it stayed. After that movements, it just stayed in this channel, and I had my orders quite high from these levels, because that's what I'm saying, always look what was previously. We had these wings, so I had my buy orders higher than those wings, and I had my sell orders lower than these wings. You see, because Australian dollar has so many wings, that's what I'm saying, these levels could be moved. I'm not moving them usually, but when the market very close to this important level, so you can, for example, move them a little bit higher, you can move them a little bit low. So that's what I was looking for. So I didn't do that, but I placed the orders a little bit higher and a little bit lower here. So nothing happened, and hopefully this week something's going to happen, and I will be placing my orders again. So right now I canceled my orders because at the end of the week I do usually cancel the orders. I don't leave them, because of the opening of the market can happen anything, could be gaps, and that's the scary thing in Forex, the gaps. So that's why, after, again, if it's not going to be something sharp moving up or down too much, I will be again placing my orders above and below those wings. So buy and sell at the same time. So, and of course, watching if it will go down, we have those levels where, for example, if it will move down, it could be stopped, it could slow down, it could turn around. So of course need to have keep an eye on it. The same if it will go, for example, up, we have the stop before reaching that level. So of course it could be stopped by any of those around this area, let's say, right? So needs to be careful when if it will be making such movements. Okay, so but again, it can move both directions. So at that point, it can go anywhere, up or down. So it's still I'm still hoping that it's possibly in the triangle. Yes, it did come out again, but that's I'm saying it could continue as the channel, right? So it could continue just like that, or it still might get down in here and continue. For example, I would think if it will break that level, come to this and would try to break those two, I would be looking for movement down. So still kinda. At the same time, as I'm saying, all the triangles could end up as the channels. And on the bigger picture on the daily chart, it does kind of remind you shoulder and looks like a head. So it's possible what's going to happen with this. It's, as I'm saying, it could possibly break. Needs to be careful around this area. It might come back again, right? Might come back again, stay in here again, and then possibly it could finally continue the down trend, right, as a triangle. So possibly, but how it will behave, yes, of course it might continue this way. It might actually be 3 waves, 1, 2, a little bit consolidation here, and then 3. So you see, that's what it's a bit tricky with head and shoulders. I did make a video about head and shoulders pattern, how to look around it, but this is something that's what I look at it usually. So that way I probably should make a video about it. So that's what I will be looking for. Australian dollars, I'm saying again, if I will be able to, I will be placing the orders. And to see, you saw a bigger picture now you know why I look at the bigger pictures, right? So to see if it will be, if it does look like it's going to be head and shoulders, I will be looking for, right, be stopped by this level. So if it will be third wave, then all the way to that level. Of course not straight, possibly maybe a little bit slowing down, but that's how I'm going to look at it. But right now it's just sitting in this area, so it's quite strong by the look of it channel. And possibly might be waiting for some important news again from maybe Australia, because you see American news, I was expecting American news to make a good move, but you see it's Australian dollar ignored American news, completely ignored it. It's like nothing, that movement. So we'll see what's the next week will bring. So that's for Australian dollar. Dollar yen. Dollar yen again. I had also small trade again just before the news events. I didn't want to touch it because it does usually have very good movements for American news, but again this week nothing really interesting happened. So on Monday, look at this. This is where we were. It's actually that was the strong level, right? I was waiting for would have been good consolidation around this area, but no, it broke straight away. It went up and then it started to consolidate just above that level. So we had mostly all week consolidation, and then I had my orders around this area. That's the little channel. It was very nice little channel. So I placed the orders, but after the market news events, it was very little movement. So I come out from the trade because Friday again. So I closed trades with very small profit, so just a few pips I made out of it. So because that's what I'm saying, I didn't like how it reacted on the news. So not much with dollar yen. And for this week, what I will be looking for, well, right now you can see I have that level, so it's in a kind of uptrend channel. So will be just to see that you see that level. So I would possibly waiting for it to reach that level, except you see it's kind of this week it was stopped by the previous high. It's even lower, that you see didn't even reach that high. So you can see it's all with these little tops, so that's where it's slowing down here. I mean, it's been here already a few times, so it could be possibly finally a good time for it to try to break this area, right? So we need something if it will have enough strength, so possibly but as I'm saying, for that that's why I was going for trades, because it's quite close to that but still far enough. For example, if it would have go it like about PC 140, would have been very good run, but it didn't react on the news. So something it will be waiting again, and I will be waiting for again the consolidation, a small channel. And is what I'm saying again, because it's already run up quite a while, so it could turn around, right? So it could go down, and at the same time, because it's been here already a few times, so I can see possibility it could try to get to that level, either being stopped again or would try to break it. So that's why I will be looking for consolidation, I will be looking for patterns, and I will be placing both orders, sell, buy and sell, both directions. To make a little bit clear my screen, I'm going to remove this. I don't need it anymore because it's already broke that downtrend channel. I could have removed in these levels, but I'm going to leave them for now because there is not much around here right now. Because if it will go down in the future, this could be again, right? It could be again a stopping point. So who knows? Because we still have one bottom low. This one is a little bit high, so possibly it might fall or something. It could be maybe around here, so it could be, you know, another signal for some other trades. I'm talking about the future now, like talking about maybe weeks or something, who knows. That's why I'm going to leave all those levels for now. So that's all my view for dollar yen. So just waiting for what it's going to do, if it will have a nice and good consolidation. So dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD had a good trade in the dollar CAD. Again, this nice little channel. Also dollar CAD had Canadian had also news, so it had a nice sale I had on this pair. And what I'm going to do now, so nothing to tell about what was happening here, was just flat and prepared quite nicely before the news. And now it's around this important level, and again we'll be waiting for consolidation. Of course, the movement has already happened. This is very important level, and it's not surprised that it's broke it like quite straight away, because looking again here, you can see we do have this level, right, as an important, but again we can move it a little bit down, so it's possibly didn't break it yet, right? So it could be a little bit high because we have these tops. At the same time, we have this little bottom, we have lots of other candles around here. It's actually broke once, and we have a little bit of you see wings around here, so it could be a little bit plus minus again, as I'm saying to you, plus minus. So I'm going to move it a little bit down here. So let's say it didn't break it, so let's say it's here, it didn't break it. And what to look at it, expect from this is again, while waiting for any consolidation, because it's kind of, well, been consolidation here before. Now it's went down, and possibly it will be well, let's just move it a little bit high just to see if it will create a nice nice consolidation around this area, maybe around this area, right? This is why a little bit high, a little bit low, it's always all right. And I would be looking at placing orders both directions again. See, again, it's this situation. Yes, it's in a downtrend. It's been going down for quite a while. Well, we do expect some, I think there's going to be some Canadian news, like quite good news for Canada, possibly. Well, don't know, as I'm saying, don't know how the market will react. Doesn't matter for me how it's going to react. As long as it's going to react, it would be good. And I would be looking, if it will be good consolidation, I will be looking for buy and sell orders again, both directions. Of course, we'll be going on the smaller charts, right? We'll be looking at in the smaller charts, but even on the smaller chart, you can see it's between, it's very close. These levels are quite close to each other, and yes, it quite possibly can start to go back. You see, I'm not removing these levels because I can move that a little bit down to see if it possibly still might be inside the right. The channel, the downtrend channel, right? Again, you see that we have this, then I had a little bit bottom here, a little bit wings here. So I'm not going to do it right now. You understand what I'm trying to say? So for example, that level I can move a little bit lower, so it could still be inside the channel, right? Inside the downtrend channel, and possibly it could be have a turning around, having a correction, and going back up a little bit, get reach to the top of the downtrend channel. So you see, because it was doing quite nicely, that downtrend, very nice down consolidation, little recovery down, again little consolidation, recovery, like down again, a little bit consolidation, and now it's down again. And it's possibly, could be, maybe it's still a consolidation because it's not huge move, but so you see, it can possibly come back and maybe move a little bit like that, or of course it can continue the way down. So that's what I'm saying. At this moment it could be any directions again. So which is, I'm saying, it's going to be a good, could be a good opportunity for both orders. So as long as it would move somewhere, but will it move or not? But this is my view on dollar CAD. That's what I will be looking next week. Okay, euro pound. Going to 1 hour chart, and I had orders this week for the pair, and I had both sell and buy orders, but I actually canceled it before the news event on Friday. So I just missed a little bit of the trade again, but I didn't want to place the orders for them on Friday, because, as I'm saying, I was looking at the trades with the other pairs. I was hoping that there would be more movements on other pairs, the pairs with American dollar, and I didn't go, so I had an hour miss trade. So well, that's it really for me. It was actually flat most of the week. You see, on Friday it's actually had a move up a bit, and now it's quite easy again. It's at one of the levels I drew here using the previous tops. I had a little top here too, so you can see. Well, possibly waiting for some consolidation around here, and again, possibly could move, continue way up, and also it could go back down. So that's all what I will be looking for. So it's not that hard. So you see, it's again, because it went up for a while, so you'd expect it to go down. At the same time, it went up, consolidate, and it can continue the way up. So that's how easy it is to look at it. So it's quite easy. You see, in the weekly one, we have a very clear picture. Any directions it can move. So that's why if I will be looking, if it will be having something nice around this area, then I will be looking for placing the orders both directions. So that's all with euro pound. And now we're going to gold. So I've actually decided to concentrate a little bit more on gold, because it makes bigger movements and more violent. But I'm not sure if I will succeed with this, because I didn't trade gold before and I don't know exactly how it behaves. So I thought I will try to trade it a little bit more, but maybe it's not a good time because it's a summertime, so we'll see. That's why I'm saying I missed some good trades, like on the pound dollar, on euro pound, because I was more looking on also gold, and I had the sale. Well, let me just tell you a little bit more. So what I did with gold. So what it did on Monday, you can see, well, that level which I had here was like really nice level, and I was hoping it will create still would sit a little bit here on Monday, but it had a very nice, you see, very nice drop straight away on Monday. So that's why I don't know, it's the second time again. You see, it was previous week the same drop, like recovery, consolidation, and then drop again. So maybe I need to look, maybe gold trade on Mondays too. I'm not sure. You see, it's like 200 pips. That's what I'm saying. The gold moves like 100, 200 pips. It can move like 300 pips or something. So it makes very good movement. So that's why I wanna look at it a bit close and try to trade it. But I had like successful and unsuccessful trades this week with gold. So for example, you see, look, when it's moved down, it went back into one of the channels. So you see on a daily chart, that's the channel, right, where I was actually saying about it previously, that it does look like it's been here a few times, so maybe it's time to break it. So yeah, okay, possibly. So well, I was right. So yes, it did break it. But when I was looking and thinking maybe trade a little bit more, become a little bit more aggressive with gold, let's say, so I looked at these 2 days. But as I'm saying, looks like with gold, well, if I will do not bad with gold, I will make a video, of course, about trading gold, but depends. I think it needs few days with gold, needs to wait for few days to see how it behaves. For example, I had this just 2 days of movement, and I placed the order to buy. So I thought maybe it was a false break, right? So it was a false break, and I thought maybe it will come back. And I had I placed the buy order, and at the same time, yes, I used that, and I placed sell order. So I'm using a little bit different strategy, not my it's kind of like my usual, but not well, not as usual. Okay, I'll tell, as I'm saying, if it will work, I will tell you about it. So but I had went in that trade, and also it took me into the sell order also, that. So I didn't come out from the trades until that movement on Friday. You see, when it went on Friday down, so I had a loss for the previous buy order what I had, and I made some profit on the way down, but I didn't cover the loss. So all the point was with the good moves of gold, trying to cover the possible loss. I had a loss on the buy order, and I still didn't cover. So I went into the other trade with gold. So right now I'm on this trade for sale again, and so it's a break even at this moment, right? So I didn't close it on Friday. So I didn't close on Friday. So it's quite a bit of a risk, but I'm trying to trade it, so we'll see how it will work. So of course now I will be looking. So possibly, of course, it will go up. It will probably I will end up in the loss again, and then I will be trying to recover, of course, myself. So this I'll be trying to do something else with. So that's all what I'm trying to do with gold. So yes, of course, I hope it will possibly continue its way down and possibly reach. So of course, at that point I will be waiting for some consolidation. It's possibly, maybe it will have a little bit of recovery, maybe it will reach that level again. So it depends. Of course, I will be placing both directions orders, buy and sell. That's how I think with gold. I wouldn't place only one direction orders. It will be always buy and sell orders. So we'll see how it will work. Maybe, as I'm saying, maybe I will not continue during the summertime because it might not be as good. But all my point was to try to do it in summertime to see if the gold actually makes more movements than the other pairs, because it moves quite a lot. So that's what hope is, that it can cover the losses. Would give more opportunities to cover it. So I'm going to remove that level I don't need. Possibly I would leave this one for now, but I can probably try to put it in a little channel. I don't know. Let's just see, will it work? Can I do something like that to see if it is in a downtrend channel? So I kind of can, and we'll see. So we see that possibly it would have a bit of recovery and try to get here. Maybe it will go down, or maybe it will go up, or maybe it will just little have consolidation, and I can see if I can place some more orders and see it will be going a little bit more down. So it's quite possible. And also inside it, I would probably draw another level to see if it will, well, as I'm saying, maybe ignore that one, maybe have a little bit of recovery first. because otherwise it would be really nice if we just continue there and then start to recover, but no, it's kind of like this. So we'll see. So as I'm saying, we'll be waiting for some consolidation. Well, as I'm saying, around here, if we'll go down, it would be nice, and we'll be waiting for any consolidation maybe around this area. As I'm saying, with gold, it could be a little bit different way of trading. This is what I'm trying to do. That I tried previously, it wasn't very good, so I had to recover with my usual way of trading with other pairs to recover the losses on gold, because at this moment, yeah, I'm not sure yet how to trade gold exactly, as I've never tried it. Okay, so that's how I'm going to look at gold. As I'm saying, we'll see what is going to create. If it will create some consolidations, I'm saying at this point it does look like it broke the level, which is really nice, and possibly it will stay in continuous way. Maybe it will come back, consolidate around here, and then turn around, or we'll be trying to break it. So I'll be trying to catch it on any ways. Okay, with pound yen, to be honest, for me, it would be no trades. If I would be trading, I'm not trading this pair, because look, it just continued its way, slow way up, and now I have this little level, and it's between these two. Again, we'll look on the bigger chart so you can see where that one come from. It's come from these two tops. Remember when I drew it, a little one, it looks like again it touched it, right? It touched it, so it was a good reason to draw it, right, that little level. So it kind of gives a little bit more of view. So I would probably look again. You see how it stopped around here. So is it possible another top? So we have like a kind of like a triangle here, possibly. So it could be turning around, right? So that's what I would consider. And at the same time, of course, I can try to break that little level and a huge level and try to go back up, continue maybe possible uptrend, you see, like that. So it could be, but more looking towards the turning around, right, downtrend. It does look like on the picture, but as I'm saying, technical analysis is not always well, it's not, could be not as good when you have news, right? The news will break all the technical analysis, all the levels. So what I would have do if I would have traded, I would wait, for example, for some bit consolidation if it will give this opportunity, and I would be placing orders. Let's just see, this is for our chart. Let's see how on the smaller charts how far it is from the important levels. So I think it's actually inside, it's about 100 pips inside, and for example, from that to here is another about 80 pips. Well, obviously 100 and something pips down. It's probably 200 pips. Well, about, yes, about 170 pips down. So it's, well, so same with pound yen, probably also a smaller charts, could be not as successful too, like on the other pairs, and this probably would trade that pair longer tradings, like you see on the bigger charts, like 1 hour, 4 hour charts. I'm saying it would be probably a bit better when it will be breaking one of those levels. Well, except it was like also not very bad channel around here. For example, if we go for smaller trades, if who trades is like, well, 70 pips around. So, well, of course, it's much better if it will, for example, go in narrowing, in a bit more narrowing, in a narrow area, and then place the orders. So so that's how I would have been looking at pound yen. So going to one of these levels, and to see if those levels will slow down the movements and will consolidate around those areas, and then look for again for other orders again. So this is my way of trading. This is how I would look at it. Okay, guys, so that's all for this week. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and happy trading, and I see you next week. Bye, everyone.